hello, my collectives, my loves. How are you? How are you doing? I'm coming back. Remember, if you tuned into the video that I did about surrounded by conflict and heartache. Okay, that was part one of the energy I told you that I was feeling so strongly today. It's three different energies, but I'm really pulling that it is the same person in this energy that you have somehow walked away from, blocked from your life, all right? That is having a realization about how they feel for you. So this is the part two that I told you that I would come at you with, okay? And this is a person, like, I feel like they've never loved someone like you before, okay? I feel like loving you has somehow, there was a lot of pleasure attached to it, but at the same time, there was pain attached too. And I feel like that pain was, because they needed to heal some things. Here, popping up from the deck before I can even get to my intro. Door to personal healing and happiness. Again, I felt like you were that door. You opened up that door for that person to go in and heal some things from the past, maybe some previous heartbreaks, okay? It's a 34, which goes to a 7. 7 talks about faith, wisdom, reflection, understanding. It can also reflect the chariot with overcoming obstacles, having that determination to move forward and that control of their life, in moving forward. It also can be a resemblance of a tower as well, falling in this person's life. All right. Maybe towers falling because they did not do the work. They did not heal what they needed to. Like, you opened the door for them and you showed them the way to go towards their peace, okay? 7 is also a sacred, a spiritual number, a number of completion. They should have put it into some limiting beliefs, some fears, some anxieties, lifestyle, maybe people, jobs, things that they had in their life they needed to end. But we'll see. I feel like the fact that the energy is they never loved someone like you, and it being pleasure and pain, I feel like they did not put those endings, and they've allowed somehow for a tower moment to come into their life. They needed to heal, and they do see you as the door to them healing and their happiness, okay? All right, so Goddess of the Moon, yes, this person is listening to their intuition now. You definitely have decided to follow your intuition, but this person is starting to go within, listen to their intuition, let their intuition somewhat guide them towards a way to heal and to find their happiness. They're definitely tuning in, listening to ancestors that have passed over, praying, asking, seeking advice as well. All right. I feel like also with this person holding this moon, your person could have been intuitive. So I feel like they knew all along that when they came across your path, that with the pleasure that you brought to them, that you guys were meant to be, your paths were meant to cross, they were meant to move forward with you. I feel like that person just ignored it, kind of pushed those feelings aside, pushed those nudges aside for whatever reason we're driving to, we're looking to that. But this person now is reflecting. I also feel like with them holding this moon, that this moon is eliminating some things to them, maybe some things they hid within themselves, showing them some parts of themselves they need to work on, as well as maybe they're starting to see some other people and some things as it truly is. Again, it's a 52, it's a 7. So right now we have 7 7 on the board, which could mean something to you guys or be relevant to someone that's listening to this message. Maybe someone has a birthday of July 7th. Maybe someone was born in 1977. Could be July 7th, 1977. Somebody could just have a July birthday, or someone could be 77 years old. Don't know, but not sure. But or those could be the last two digits in their phone number, their social, or something. Okay, but 7 7 is relevant in here. When I think about the Goddess of the Moon, I don't know why, but I'm thinking about like a water sign, possibly a Cancer. So someone could be tied into a Cancer, especially with the 7 being out there, with it being a 77. But whatever it is, the 7 is multiplied. So with it being multiplied, it also lets me think too, because 7 can talk about someone being ready now to stand their ground. Also, someone realizing that there was illusions around them, deception around them. People were being sneaky and trickery, and there was trickery done. Maybe somebody even playing in their energy, doing some type of black magic or spell work on this person as well. Okay, we have too many cards falling. Oh my gosh, I'm just gonna take it. Then I'm gonna leave this deck alone. This will land it right where it wants to be as the third one for the row. All right, indecision. Someone had a choice to make. Someone felt like they were at a fork in the road, okay? They felt like you were in their life, but they were still holding on to another situation. Possibly, I don't know, 7-7 is jumping out to me. So possibly a water sign, possibly somebody with a birthday July 7th. I'm just going to pull that out because 7-7 is out there, okay? And after 7 comes 8. So somebody was definitely supposed to move on in order to find their peace and happiness, because that was the 7. And then the next is the 8. It went from 7, 8. But somebody was indecisive about letting go of something, which road to take, what path to take. Somebody was stuck at this crossroad, all right? Somebody who kept this covered with this person having the hood on, this hood on. This is somebody that did not want to reveal to you or the other person that they felt stuck as to who to choose, what path to take, which direction to go in their life. They kept this to themselves, all right? Their fear, their anxiety, their indecision. I feel like they kind of led two parties on, two paths on, somehow tried to merge these two together to make it one to benefit them in some sort of sense. All right, but what this person did not realize at this fork that they were at, that this was an opportunity, especially with this being the universe opening the doors with the dove, spirit guide, and the rainbow trying to tell them that their happiness was to move forward, let go of the past. This person still being hidden by the moon, not following their intuition, not listening, allowing themselves to be led by illusions. All right, they chose the wrong path. They didn't realize at that time that one path was going to lead to success, peace, and happiness. The other is going to lead to conflict, trials, and tribulations. Lessons to have been learned. Okay, so this person stood there undecided as to which way to go. Which way? Why did I say grow? This person needed to grow, but they needed to know which way to go. The butterfly here lets me know that had this person chosen this path, they would be on the road to their transformation, to their healing, okay? It's an 8. 8 does talk about karma, okay? So this person may be experiencing some karma at this time, all right? So the next card out of the 4 that flew out, and I want to be specific, 4 flew out, okay? So 4s talk about your structure, your stability, your foundation, what they're planning. This person was supposed to be the emperor in your life, was supposed to lead, respect, all right, plan a future with you, celebrate with you. But instead, I feel like 4 also can talk about emotional stability. They may be doing some reflection at this time and maybe trying, maybe resting, could be holding on to some of their resources, but they're really contemplating what transpired in their life, all right? So, this being strategy in reverse, this person wants to come towards you, but they don't have a plan. They don't know what to do, all right? They don't know what direction to go in, all right, if you will. They have no strategy, all right? They're just kind of sitting in their stuff at this moment, I feel, not really knowing like how to fix things, if things can be fixed, all right? I also feel like this person is doing a lot of mundane tasks and it's eating up a lot of their time. They're just wondering about, they're in confusion, all right? They're not really thinking, they're not putting mental effort behind what they're doing. They're not trying to renew something or even come up with a plan. But this could be somebody too that also feel like, I want to say like they want some sort of revenge towards you, okay? Um, and this person could be with someone who feel like they are manipulating them, all right? Um, but this person, I feel like right now, they just have a lack of planning. They have no goal in mind. They just have no goal in mind. It's like they lost you, and since they lost you, they feel like, it is what it is. They love the pleasure you brought, but now they're just sitting in the heartbreak and everything and just allowing themselves to just sit in whatever path they're in and feel like that's their karma. It's a 21, which talk about a world card, talk about completion, like something coming to an end. So I feel like this person is now just feeling like, okay, well, that I didn't choose that path. My life has come to an end. I'm dealing with some things in my life, so I might as well just deal with it. These other cards in reverse, like, yeah, the contract between you guys is over. If this person is dealing with some legal issues, it's not going to work in their favor. There's no compromise, there's no balancing things out. Okay, it's a six, so it talks about a lover. There's no balance in their relationships. um Definitely, again, and they know. Okay, so the blindfold is on, but this person knows because the moon is out here. They know it's over. They know they can't balance it out. Somebody might be in the process of wanting to file for separation or divorce. All right, somebody might want to, might feel revengeful towards them. They want money out of them, material things from them. This person feel like they're having losses, and they feel like the scales of justice are just not in their favor. Nothing's going right for them. Everything is going wrong. And they feel like God and universe is after them, like punishing them for something. Okay? They feel like they can't manifest anything. All right? One thing is happening right behind the other. All right? 53 goes to an 8. 8 with another 8. Okay? This person is experiencing some terrible karma right now. And it's based off of these choices. All right, this path that they chose to go down. They chose to go down the path that was consequences, lessons to be learned, and for their behavior. All right. So this is somebody now that feel like they can't manifest anything. I told you, I felt like earlier somebody was manipulating the energy, black magic, candle magic, love magic, trying to swap energy swap. All right, they're no longer able to interfere in your energy, whether it's them or somebody that they were attached to. They're not able to get into your energy. You are very well protected from this person trying to do that. All right, and this person is not experiencing any type of peace in their life whatsoever. A lot of heartbreak, a lot of pain. This person is not in alignment with themselves. All right, they're not balanced up, neither them nor their relationships nor whatever they have come into their life. All right, that's a 19. So that talks about joy, success, material happiness. So this person is not experiencing any joy. They're not happy. I feel like they're losing things, losing job opportunities, losing relationships. All right, losing love, people turning their back on them, experiencing some conflict. All right. Again, they may have some legal issues going on or are going to have some legal battles going on in their life, and it's not going to work in their favor. So this person may be losing money paying for a lawyer at this time as well. Let me just pull an energy card before we get into the tarot. All right, because this is about like they never left someone like you, and there's a lot of pleasure and a lot of pain behind loving you, is how they feel. What is the energy of this person, Spirit Guide? Thank you. We still have reverse. Okay, a positive. Um, this is somebody that wants to improve their life. They're trying to think positive. Says my intentions are pure and I want to only elevate and improve my life. They trying to think positive about everything that's going on in their life right now, what they're facing, what they're experiencing. Okay, they're trying to have positive outlook and deal with this in order to keep going. All right, but support is in reverse. They feel like they don't have any support around them. No support from their loved ones, their friends, their family. All right, maybe even the legal system. They feel like there's just no support, no help. They don't have anyone to go to uplift them. People are turning their back on them. Okay, running from them, so to speak. The people that they felt were always there before, that had their back before, are no longer there. All right. So tell me, let's get a little bit of tarot. Tell me something about this indecision with this path. Thank you. This person started a new opportunity, went towards opportunity, wanted a new beginning, to explore different avenues or different paths with somebody that they thought was going to uh, be beneficial to them financially or material. Somebody that was tied to finance or material with them. They thought it was going to grow, it was going to be a new beginning, and it was going to lead to a financial success for them. Okay, they could have gone to somebody they had a child with. You definitely was dealing possibly with the Earth sign, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. But please, please do not get stuck on zodiac signs if I throw them out at you. It could be the person's energy. It could be in their sun chart or somewhere in their chart. Okay, so if you feel like the story resonates, but your person is not an earth sign, or at least you don't know their full chart to know earth signs in a chart, don't say, okay, well, it's not, even though your intuition is telling you that it is. This person's trying to find the strength, all right, to overcome all of this. Again, they're wanting to think positive, all right. They're trying to focus on something new, a new beginning, all right. They may be focused on you a little bit, all right. They're trying to overcome these obstacles with some type of grace. And I feel like this person is trying to hide from others, all right, what they have gone on. This life that's falling apart, all this chaos that they have going on, their depression, them not being at peace. And I feel like they're trying to hide it from possibly a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. They're trying to hide how they really feel, okay? And how they really feel is that even though they took this earth sign took a risk by going towards a possible fire sign, all right, with passion, that they had passion with, all right, they still feel like you were the one for them. You helped heal them. They were always focused on you, even throughout the dynamic of this whole thing. They never lost focus on you. They always kept an eye on you. Always watched you. Thank you. The Queen of Pentacles. You were this person that was nurturing to them, okay? You were practical in the things that you said. You didn't really need a lot. You never asked really for nothing, all right? You were very abundant on your own, very generous. I feel like you gave to this person. You gave them your time, your energy, that ear when they needed someone to listen to, that hug when they needed to feel that love, all right? You even probably gave to them financially and sensually, okay? You could have been a mother of this person's child if you're dealing with a male, or if you are a female, you could have had a child from this person, this earth sign, so to speak, okay? They see that you are financially stable on your own, all right? And everything just comes to you. I feel like you are very attractive, very independent. Some of you may own your own business or starting your own business, all right? But you weren't in a position of needing this person to provide for you in any really sense of the way. You maintain your own, and you simply were loving this person, all right? And it was your love for this person, and as you see, like, she's holding the lion's mouth down. This person had a lot of pride. Could have had Leo in their chart as well. A lot of pride, but you, with the infinity, with the God-given unconditional love and peace that you embody, you're able to tame this person, calm them down, where even if this was a masculine who's very rough with his words with every woman, like calling them names, bees, everything else, very direct, very harsh in his tone and how he speaks to them, I feel like with you, he was gentle. He was gentle in how he spoke to you. He was gentle in how he dealt with you. Even if he was deceptive, even if he was manipulative, even if he was cheating behind your back or didn't tell you everything, withheld from you, how he handled and spoke to you was in a gentle way, okay? But he was definitely fighting with all his might to not love you, okay, to not open up to you, to not tell you what was going on. He was still trying to hold on to that ego and that pride, okay? What else? What else? You wanted to come. What else? You wanted to come. You wanted to come. Okay, you came. The Hierophant, yes. This is somebody that you definitely, the universe definitely sent you on this person's path, all right? You are very spiritual. You were guided to come into this person's life to help them to transform, to make a change, to help them change their ways, their behaviors, their thought patterns, things that they were doing, to get off of a repeat cycle that they were on, all right? Give me one more thing. Oh, you gave me two. Okay, I'm going to take it and put this deck up. All right, so what came out is this person is a lot of conflicts, all right? Hence my part one, with this person surrounded by conflict and heartache, okay? So this person was surrounded by a lot of people, a lot of conflict in their life, okay? This person is still experiencing at this time internal and external conflict in their life, endings in their life, all right? They're feeling like they have to defend themselves against something or someone, all right? They're not wanting to This is someone who feel like they have to rise above the competition in order to succeed. All right, they feel like they have to be better than the next person. They're not comfortable with being themselves. All right. Again, I have fire sign out here. It's a lot of fire sign out here. So somebody's dealing with either Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, or somebody has that in their chart. Okay. But again, you're still coming out as the star, the bright star, the healing, the healer, the loving one, the supportive one, the peaceful one. All right. That someone's wishing for you, longing for you, wanting you. Okay. That's what they're doing. They're inspired by something you're doing. You are doing something. I feel like with the Hierophant and the Five of Wands and the Star, something that you're doing that's healing to this person and possibly others. Like they feel like they're, in a way, they're having to defend you. Like maybe people are speaking about you, saying things about you, coming for you, and because of the love that this person has for you, they are defending you in some type of way. All right, fighting with others, like they're not allowing them, even though you're not together, to come for you or disrespect you in a way. It's interesting. Again, this person's never loved anyone like you before, and it is pleasurable as well as it is pain. Give me something else. Give me something else. This person is someone who just bounced in and out of relationships, and they see how you bounce back from the heartache that you felt in this relationship and how they treated you. Okay, they're seeing that even though you went through a lot, you have a great attitude. You're not allowing life to keep you down. You're very grateful. You find things to be grateful for, and you show your gratitude by giving back to others. All right, you are just a happy spirit. Something could happen around spring break, Easter, with the bunny out here, or someone could, with bunnies, rabbit, someone could be fertile, could be pregnant, getting pregnant. Again, you could have had a child from this person could have had a child from someone. All right, and they're just very depressed. All right, if you are pregnant and having a baby with someone else, this is depressing this person. Or they could be depressed because they had a child with someone or attempted to have a family behind you or without you. And I feel like your intuition is showing you this, telling you this. Okay, this person could be dealing with a water sign as well. Like this person's trying to put on a happy face for the public, but inside they're just dying inside. And this is what they want to cover up. They may be speaking to one friend, one confidant, all right, that one person who they feel like they may be able to get some support about, but really unsure about how much they can tell this person about what they're going through in their life, about the fact that they were faced with two decisions and two paths to take, and how they feel like possibly they took the wrong path. All right, somebody who they feel quite comfortable talking to. All right. um hmm I feel like this person they're talking to is very wise, all right, a very wise individual, someone who's learned a lot from prior experiences, all right, somebody who uses their discernment. And I think your person's trying to use their discernment now too, trying to be insightful. They're starting to see the truth behind the wall, all right. I feel like this person is giving your person good advice, all right, and now your person is starting to really look at life from all angles, different perspectives, okay, see things more clearly, if you will, all right. They're willing to explore the unknown meaning your spirituality. Maybe this person didn't believe in what you do. Maybe you do tarot, maybe you're spiritual, maybe you say things and they didn't really believe in what you do. Maybe they thought it was like devil worship or something like that, or not well, who knows. But somebody's starting to really look at like see life the way you probably see it, like the universe as you see it. See that, hey, well, whatever my person is doing, the one that I love, they're always surrounded by love and peace. They don't have drama, they don't have conflict. So whatever it is that they're doing, their leads, had I gone on that path, my life would be peaceful and happy as well. All right, but I feel like this person fell for this other path because possibly it was just their comfort zone. Okay, what else, Spirit God? What else? Thank you. Yeah, this person's repeating a cycle. They're realizing now, they see now that they're repeating a cycle in their life. But I feel like there's a tower moment coming down, if it has not come down yet, because on the Ferris wheel, what comes up must come down. So all the goodness, all the things they're receiving, the happy moments they had, the love they felt they were receiving when they felt like they were on cloud nine, they no longer feel that way. They no longer have that peace. They no longer have that happiness. They realize it was temporary, okay? And now they, they've been receiving bad news. All right. Now they want to look at things from a higher view. Now that they're receiving, bad things in their life, or bad events are happening in their lives. This was somebody that had a wandering eye, a player for sure. Okay. Someone that you need to be aware of if they come back. Somebody who likes one night stands. All right. Somebody who has to get the gab, a slick talker, who gets weak in their knees and gets into temptation very easily, okay? And they could have gone towards a feminine that embodies these same characteristics. So they could be repeating a cycle, or they could have gone back to someone of the past to repeat a cycle with someone who played them before and ends up getting played again, all right? Someone who was a slick talker, someone who manipulated them, all right? They're now starting to see your value, your worth, okay? They're now realizing they should have put the hard work in for you, all right? Because then the outcome would have been profitable for them. It would have been a successful ending. But this is someone that was very childish. Again, could have had a child with you, but others may have multiple children, okay? But they didn't look at things from a fresh mindset. They didn't look at things from clear. See, it is two different donuts. So they were looking at things, their focus was not clear. Okay, let's just be, their focus wasn't clear. And this is somebody who did give into temptations like sweets, but I use donuts out here, okay? But this is someone who's realizing now that you were innocent by sending all this stuff, and they were a fool. They played too many games, one too many games, all right? And now they want to come in and look at things from a different perspective, see things from two different views, your view, their view, or maybe your view and this friend they're talking to view, to see where maybe they went wrong. All these games they're playing, how you may view them as being childish. They want to come in now and heal their heart, okay, by coming back to you. They may have some health issues going on. I believe in my other reading, I did mention something about the heart, respiratory problems. All right, so it's coming up again in this reading. Someone may need a health checkup, or maybe going to the doctor, and they may be having some problems with their heart or their lungs, okay, or something just going on with their health. But definitely they need to bring some type of balance to their heart, their mind, and their soul, okay? This is someone who may also need to change their diet and get some exercise, because they may have something going on where nutrition plays a role in their heart or their respiratory issues, okay? But this is somebody definitely hiding their depression, and they wish that they would have worked with you to build something with you, all right? Or just look deeper inside of you, okay? This is somebody who feel like they're in a murky situation right now, and they have no way out, but they just need to go within, look within, and heal what they have going on. I don't want to use this deck no more, Spirit guys. Give me another deck. Okay, let's go. So let's see, what is this? Tell me something about what might be going on with this contract in reverse. Is this person experiencing some type of legal issues? Are there some type of legalities against this person? What is going on with this contract in reverse? You got no. Alright, so no to what? It's not the right time. It's saying it's not the right time. Maybe it's not the right time for something to be revealed about some legalities are going to fade. It's intimate. Sexual chemistry reminiscing. This person's reminiscing about you, wanting to come back to you. They wanted to come and say something, have a one-night stand, hook up with you. The cards are saying no, no to intimacy. You need to say no to intimacy. You need to say no to, getting back with this person. Wow, what's going on? What's going on, Spirit guys? They feel like they have unfinished business with you. They want to reconcile with you. They want to propose something to you. If this person come back, they're still in avoidance. All right, they're still in avoidance. So they're still going to ghost you. They're still hiding things from you. They're still feeling guilty. They just feel guilty. They want to come back to you because they're feeling guilty, and they're dealing with all of this mess, okay? And they're looking inside. They aren't planning on, see, something's hiding. They aren't planning on coming towards you, all right? They just don't know yet what to say. They're so expect a call. They're hesitant right now because they don't know how you're going to respond, but expect a call. They want to reach out. They want to say something to you. Expect a text, a call, or pop-up. They want to talk to you about possibly reconciliation. They want to know if they put in the work this time. Can you guys, fix your relationship? They want to know if you can have better communication with them. They want to know, they want to tell you, they want to give equal give and take. All right, they want to work on it. Something may happen during the fall, which we're in the fall now, so you could plan to hear from them soon or before this fall season is over with. I will pull a timing card on that though, okay? You might be getting calls from unknown numbers. It's this person who's planning on reaching out, but they don't know what to say. They don't know how you're going to perceive what they have to say. So they're calling you from unknown numbers because they want to hear your voice. Again, this is somebody who's never loved anyone like you before. Maybe they never had someone they really love. Just give them the deuces. Walk away from them and not communicate with them, okay? Somebody really just get fed up and take their power back. And that's what you did. And that's why they feel like you don't support them. There's no support from you. All right, but you do have this person's heart. See, you have their heart. I think this is somebody who's used to always getting their way, and even when they're used to being the one to end a relationship. But this person sees you as a forever kind of love. Like I said, they've never loved like you before. They felt like you were meant to stay in their life, and they feel like no matter what they go through, how many relationships they get in, who they end up with, how many years pass, like they're still just going to have this unbreakable love for you. Somebody who possibly even thinks or fantasizes about being married to you or being engaged to you, having some type of title to you, all right? Just having your love forever in their life. Give me one more. Yeah, but you're not focused on them. Your mind is clear. You made up your mind. You've cleared your heart. You've cleared that emotion. Like you received the insight, the clarity that you need. You have the truth, so you know what it is about this person. So, what is it they would like to say to my collective? What was it that they would like to say to my collective? We're gonna go and wrap this up. You have become too difficult for me to handle. That's a big turn off. I feel like that could be on both ends, like because I feel like this person has pleasure, but then you bring them pain at the same time. It hurts them to not be with you. It hurts them to be away from you, but they have a love for you that's so deep. So you could be making their life very difficult right now, hard for them to handle because they can't handle being in another relationship. They can't handle all this conflict they're going through, all this pain, this heartache they're going through. Um, because they love you, and yet you're putting distance. You've called deuces. You're not communicating. All right, you've taken back your power, and that is upsetting them, and that's what's turning them off from coming towards you. It's like a love-hate relationship. That's how they're feeling for you right now. But I also feel like you feel the same way. So I feel like you guys are mirroring each other like a twin flame. Okay, I know what I'm doing. I play dumb to keep you confused. All right, so this person, they knew the whole time that they were playing you. They were playing dumb. Like when you would ask them, question them, are you seeing somebody else, or what's going on, or why are you acting hot and cold, or why is your energy changing, or why are you changing? They act like they didn't know what you were talking about. They act like they may have tried to gaslight and make you think like it's you. All right, manipulate you for you to think that it's all in your head, all in your mind. No, they knew the whole time. They knew you were on to them the whole time. All right, they just did not want to admit that. Okay, so they played dumb. I feel abandoned by you, and it's triggering my childhood trauma. So now they feel abandoned because you caught deuces. You walked away, okay? It's triggered things that they've been hiding down below with their depression. I feel empty and hollow inside, and I can't open up right now. So now they don't want to tell anybody how they're feeling, how they're hurting. They're trying to hide it with this false mask, here that I showed you. Let me show you this false mask. They're hiding. They're putting on that smiling face, okay? But we are living two separate lives. You guys are on two different paths right now. Again, they did not choose your path, okay? So you guys are on two separate paths right now, moving ahead. So let me give you you know what? I want to end this with the soul lesson. What was the soul lesson for this person? Because I do feel like there was a lesson behind all of this. They did have a choice. They had a path. They chose what they did, and now they have to live with their consequences. Sorry, something too blue. All right, so we have, let's put this part out. Restore the broken self. Parts of you were left behind in pain. Call them home. You are ready to become whole again. So this person had some things in their past hurt, heartaches, abandonment issues, things that could have happened in childhood. They weren't ready to heal. They did not heal. They were broken. That's why they couldn't love you, get to you the way you needed, because they were still broken, dealing with something. Maybe they had just experienced something in their life that they needed to digest, heal with, sit with, move on from. The next card was understand soulmate lessons. Soulmates come to teach us. Embrace the lesson they bring, even if they're hard to swallow. So I do believe that, like I told you, your path was meant to cross one another. Okay, you have out here the eye. So intuitively, you knew. One of you knew. Most times, it is the feminine who is tapped into their intuition, and they know when they meet this person. Okay, you're meant to come a path. This is a lesson we need to gain this experience together. But I also feel like the masculine, because always had, like, he knew when he saw you, like, he wanted a future with you, he wanted to be with you. I just feel like he did not listen to his intuition. And so we have the heart, like, you guys had a spiritual connection. So yes, the love was there, the love was real. There's always going to be this emotional, tug between you, this yearning for you now that you're gone. And with the puzzle piece, you two pieces but of different colors. You guys were like puzzle pieces that did fit. You were opposite of each other, one orange, one blue. Okay, so one was in there. Orange is like your sacral chakra, your second chakra, your creativity, your emotion. So one of you, probably the masculine is over him, was in his sacral chakra. Could have also been the lustful one. While you sat in your blue with the blue puzzle, you were in your third eye. All right, your intuition, your vision, your clairvoyance, like you knew what it was. All right, you knew it, you felt it, and so you carried on knowing that this is my person. I am going to give him grace. I am going to love him or her unconditionally. I am going to try to help them heal. But this person just fought it. So these puzzle pieces just never did fit, okay? And now they're puzzled by how you can walk away. Walk away with their heart, okay? So they're trying to understand the lesson behind everything, like how they lost you, how you moved on, and now how they're left to sit in what they've created for themselves. All right. So this is my part 2. If you want to know the part 3 of the third energy I was pulling, tune in, look for the part 3 and watch that, okay? Because I told you it's 3 energies that I'm pulling, and I feel like they all tie in together. I don't want to make it one video because that would be extremely long. So you can listen to it in segments, okay? Like, share, subscribe. Always send you love and blessings.